Hello everyone, it's Daryl again. Today we're on the east side of Flint, Michigan on South Dort Highway, which I guess would actually be Burton. And this is where I did my very first video ever on the abandoned trailer park. Today we're at one of the original old school style K-Marts that's been closed down for quite a while. And over here on the south side of the building we can see the auto service bays from the Kmart Auto Center. And in front of that, what was the lawn and garden shop and would have been the pet supply area, would have been just inside the doors here on this side of the building. Now I've never actually been in this particular Kmart store, but you can tell it's a very old one, probably from the early to mid 60s when Kmart first started coming out. All of this front here from here across would have been all glass windows. The main entry would have been right here, I mean like right there, and you can see the old signs up on top. And if you look real close, there's still the leftover logo there from when they changed the name to Big K, which would have been back in probably the late 80s or early 90s. So here it is. There's really nothing color wise or definitively Kmart left here other than the shape of the building, and it's in a little strip center here on South Dort Highway. This end would have probably been a grocery store at one time. Being in Flint, it could well have been a Hamidy's or a Great Scott. One of those kind of stores, possibly a Farmer Jack. I don't know for sure. But here the grocery store would have went in on this end. There was an add-on here to the strip mall a little bit later on. And you see this is all totally empty and abandoned now too. Not a single store open there in that little strip. Across the street we do have a Church's Chicken, which is a more modern building, which is still here. Let's see. And I can hear.
Get the sign.
Oh, there's a sign out front. And I wanted to show the which is now Captain J's Fish and Chicken. See if we can zoom in on that a little bit. It's definitely a former Wendy's location. And then just beyond that, the Guadalajara Grill, which is actually sitting empty now. I think everybody can tell that's started out as a Taco Bell, one of the old original Taco Bells. Although it looks like it should have had a bell tower on the roof. They probably took the original bell tower down at one time in the past. But that's a pretty old Taco Bell location.
Some plastic rings.
Alright, we're here a little bit further north of the Kmart. We found a bunch more abandoned stuff here. Now we got the fast food drive-through restaurant. And I'm not 100% sure what this started out as. We'll drive around it and see if anybody recognizes the shape of the building. It's pretty generic. The sign says Best China Express, but I'm sure it was not a Chinese restaurant to begin with. The parking lot's all decayed and falling apart. The building's not vandalized at all, and it's like fairly clean and in decent repair.
Oh, tacos.
There's like a residual sign that says tacos on the window. So this has certainly been through several different incarnations during its life here. And we've got there's Coney Island sign too in the window. And a drive-through menu board. Hard to say what this was. Could have been Long John Silver's. Doesn't really have that look to it, but it's possible. Who knows? Alright, well we're going to move on to something else here. We got a really nasty looking Pizza Hut over here. At least I'm pretty sure. Oh yeah, that's definitely a Pizza Hut. Hang on while we loop around.
It's totally empty.
Loop around here. And even if there's no real definitive sign, you can tell by the shape of the building that that's definitely Pizza Hut all the way. They did a little remodeling on the entranceway and stonework here, but it's definitely empty and abandoned. Which is, bring it around here. There we go. Dort Mall, an enclosed shopping mall that was open through the late 80s here on South Dort Highway. There was a Sears outlet store here, which was really popular. They had great deals from Sears and Sears catalogs of things that didn't sell. They would bring them here and give you really great closeout prices. Back in the days before the internet, you'd come here to find all the leftovers from Sears. And from what I understand, Mr. Pirani from the old hockey pavilion in Flint purchased them all, and he opened Pirani's Hockey World here and set up like a used car show for his classic cars and some other things. Picked up some various architectural icons from around Flint. One of the things he picked up, I guess, I don't know, we can't figure out what this clown is doing here, where the clown came from or what it's doing here, but it's a pretty cool old sign. If anyone knows the history behind the clown, other than the fact that possibly Mr. Pirani picked it up and brought it here, that would be really interesting to know the story behind the clown. But I think I know the story behind these other two satellite signs we got going here, which are also really cool.
They're actually moving.
Yes, one of them here is actually moving. Let's get a good view of it here. You can see it's rotating. It rotates in two different directions at the same time. And I'm sure there's a name for these type of old satellite signs. You'd usually see them at diners and restaurants. I'm pretty sure.
I've seen them at laundromats.
Oh, Mom says, Darla says laundromats too, which could well be. I believe these particular ones here came from a restaurant that was really popular in Flint. There was two of them back in the 60s and 70s called Wally's Supper Club.
In the 80s.
Yeah, they were in business. It might even still be in business. One on the north side of town? I don't know. Yeah, no, she says she doesn't think so.
I don't know. Really.
But the
Big place.
Wally's Supper Clubs were really big here in Flint. There was two locations, and there's three of these, I like to call them satellite signs, but someone can correct me. Oh, a fourth one too. Look at that. There's a fourth one here. Three of them are like white starburst signs with, we'll get closer, silver centers, and they don't look like they move. They look like they're just light up signs that don't move. But the yellow one there with the different arms on it that moves is really incredibly cool. Pirani's Hockey World. I don't even know if that's still here and in business, but let's get up closer to this one. The one that looks almost like a disco ball.
I think it looks like fireworks.
Or fireworks, yep. It certainly looks like it lights up or did light up at one time. I don't believe it moves though, because I don't see any mechanism for it to move other than maybe rotating. Car behind me. I gotta get moving here. We'll go around the front of the old Dort Mall here in just a second. There's our sign up close. You can see it pivoting and moving. It's got little lighting strips all the way down it. Just an incredibly cool old sign. Across the mostly abandoned Dort Mall here. There's a furniture and jewelry consignment store. Where's that dollar store you went to see?
I don't know.
You said there's a dollar store.
I thought there was.
Oh.
There was a sign out front.
A nail and hair store. The main entrance to the mall was right here.
It used to be big.
It used to be a big time place to come, and now it's not. I think there was a Yankee store here too at one time, or at least I know there was on Dort Highway, but I haven't been able to figure out for sure if it was here or somewhere else. It possibly could have been on the end down there. I don't know for sure.
I think it was down there.
Alright, we're going to wrap it up for this video because we've gone long on time on it. We'll do another one later on of some other stuff. There's lots of abandoned and cool old stuff here on Dort Highway. The machine shop concert pavilion is right across the street. And one of the original old Arby's signs also over here. You don't see the Arby's hat signs very often anymore. And it's really quite cool to see one actually here on Dort Highway with all the other abandoned stuff that's actually lit up and working properly. And that's one of the original Arby's signs that dates back a long time. Even though the store's been remodeled, they've kept the sign. Alright, well, that's going to be it from Flint today. Thanks for watching. Check out my other channels, my videos on how-to, car repairs, exploring historic and abandoned things. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.
You need to say